is or was Dr. Robert S. Hartman? Here, in part, is a tribute written by one of his associates entitled, "An Attempt to Objectively Compare the Incomparable."
Robert S. Hartman is only a mere man, ignorant and feeble in many respects, who has, it seems, the originality of Plato, the comprehensiveness and scope of Aristotle and Hegel, the deductive, systematic approach of Spinoza and Bentham, and the conceptual revolution of Copernicus, Darwin, Freud, and Einstein. Plus, he has the goodwill and clear thinking of Socrates and the innovation and science of Galileo.
Yes, Dr. Hartman was all that and much more. Here is his story. Born in Berlin, Germany in 1910, then later as a young lawyer and assistant judge, Hartman watched in horror as morality itself was twisted into a weapon of destruction. In a world where laws no longer protected the innocent but condemned them, and words like good and right were corrupted to justify atrocities, he knew he had to escape. But more than that, he had to resist, not with bullets, but with ideas. Fleeing Germany in 1932, Hartman carried with him a single burning question. How do we define goodness in a world that distorts it? He had seen firsthand how evil could disguise itself in reason, how warped logic and corrupted values could lead entire nations astray. And he believed if evil could be systematized, then so could goodness. This became his life's mission and purpose and eventually gave birth to formal axiology, the science of value. Working alongside luminaries like Abraham Maslow and Viktor Frankl, Hartman developed the axiological hierarchy of value and the Hartman Value Profile Assessment, tools that reveal how human beliefs, thoughts, and behaviors are shaped by value perceptions. His work provides profound insights into leadership, social dynamics, decision-making, and personal transformation. As a college professor at institutions such as Ohio State, MIT, Yale, the University of Tennessee, the College of Worcester, the University of Mexico, and others, he was a prolific, multilingual writer, lecturer, and industry consultant. But Hartman didn't stop at academic theory. For example, he was one of the originating forces behind the profit-sharing movement and what is, today, known as the 401k retirement plan in the U.S., championing the intrinsic worth of people above power and profit. In 1973, at the age of 63, he was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize by 8 of his international peers for, quote, "a life of outstanding contribution to peace among nations, among classes, and in man's heart," end quote. Sadly, he died that same year. Modern neuroscience now validates what Hartman saw early on. Beliefs, goals, choices, and behaviors are determined by our subjective perceptions of value. With applied formal axiology, we can measure and align these perceptions with objective principles of goodness and value creation, thus improving decision-making, leadership, relationships, and well-being. His legacy lives on through the Hartman Institute. Our members carry forward his vision to foster understanding, empathy, and collaboration through the principles of formal axiology, shaping a world in which every person's intrinsic worth is recognized, respected, and empowered. Consultants, coaches, teachers, and therapists around the world use axiological principles and tools to drive extraordinary results in leadership, personal growth, hiring and selection, training and development, performance improvement, and developing critically important life skills, all for the realization of our greatest potential and highest good. Organizations that integrate axiological principles consistently cultivate cultures of integrity, high engagement, and exceptional performance. While Dr. Hartman's work is still relatively unknown in today's mainstream, it may be more important than all other sciences for it is at the root of who we are and who we can become as the only species with the power to determine the future of life on Earth. We encourage you to learn all you can about axiology and how to apply it in your life, work, and organizations. Not just because it's interesting, but because it is transformational, value-generative, and the only sure path to creating a world that works for all. It will help you see yourself and the world through new eyes and to see new possibilities for your life, your relationships, your organization, and the global community. Find a member of the Hartman Institute to work with, whether for yourself or for your organization. Take it on like your life depends on it, because the truth is the quality of your life, your organization, and our world does. Up next in this series, we dive into some of the core principles of formal axiology. There, you'll discover something so simple, so profoundly good and useful, that it alone could change your life for good if you put it to good use.